And if girls don't like it, that's their problem. I'm not ever gonna stop.
I put down
No, because there was a time where I didn't have that confidence.
I feel that wrong. Everybody wants to ask him, how do you feel then, Mish? How do you feel?
What am I?
Would you rate yourself?
Boy, I'm a solid 7.5, I think, you know. And that's just me. I've always had... No, I'm done. I've always, like, I'm not like you, innit? I rate you being that, but I love myself to a degree, innit? But I reckon I could love myself more and I could be way more up there, like an 11. You know what I mean? I could be there.
I was going to say 11 out of 10, but I don't want to push it.
No, I didn't
do
say
your
a number.
thing, speak with your chest.
I'm just going to say that.
My thing is...
say a number.
I'm good.
My thing is this, yeah, like, my personality bangs, innit?
That's it.
Like...
And I think give yourself points for that. I give myself 7.5 just for
no one can ever tell me, oh, she's dead. No, she's not dead, bruv.
I didn't give a number,
Bobby?
but yeah, because I know.
Shit. God damn.
Hold on. Have you got extra gold too?
Extra?
Yeah.
I've always had this one.
Is it?
This is the first
two. But I've known you my whole life. I didn't even know there was two in there.
This one is that one I got.
It's a new one.
So yeah,
that's
front one.
Did that put your number
I
up?
know you've always had gold too, but I'm seeing double.
Did that put your number up?
Sorry, this got nothing to do with anything. I just
are you like 10 because of the
saying?
tea? If you take out the tea, you're fine.
If I take out the tea, boy, I might be a 2 because I ain't gonna have no tea. I got big gaps, you know, like that.
Gappy rank.
Remember that Gappy rank?
You say, are you
Yeah,
thinking
man. I'm about to go
I
tea.
I'm so done.
Jay.
Yeah, so then people shouldn't shit on you for loving yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, who else is going to love you?
What? Let me tell you something. My mother, my own mother, the woman that I come out of, wanna come and tell me about she don't love us more than she love herself.
Yeah.
So, and I've always grown up hearing that, and I didn't understand it. Because I always hear these women talking about, my kids are my world and very
No.
like my mum's never.
I don't say that.
Never
I'm not
had
gonna
that.
lie.
I never grew up like that.
I
My mum
don't
said,
say
listen, if I can't love myself, how am I supposed to love you kids and make sure you
It's
lot
true.
are, you know what I'm saying? If I'm hearing depression and certain things and rare, not, you know what I'm trying to say?
Big up
getting
Bobby's
herself,
mum for that.
Then
That's real rap.
you know what I'm saying? The youth, it trickles down.
So would you rate yourself now?
I rate myself 10, baby. I'm cooked crack.
What about you?
I'm cooked.
Me, I'm going to tell you lot straight. I'm not even on the scale.
Bro, you saying?
You see, on my wave, I didn't even say. Did you see I didn't say a number?
I'm going to put it out there. You see the
She
scale
say number,
thing?
guys.
I don't.
You see these social constraints?
You're limiting yourself.
As my bro ATM always says, these social constraints, these
Yeah,
scales.
that's his new thing.
It's the same ones he lives by, though. It's alright.
It's done out here. You need to look at your self-love and practice that, and then you can measure yourself.
Right.
Car man's 7, could be someone else's 2.
Exactly.
And the next
That's
What
man's
they
10.
say? One man's trash.
But you answered.
It's another man's treasure.
Me and Jesse didn't give a number.
I said I'm 10.
I don't say that.
I'm not even, you know what's there? I'm not even.
One man's coffee is the next man's whatever, bro.
But Mr. ATM, back to that social. Cause you see, anytime he wants me to do something, he knows I don't want to do. You know what the speech he gives me? Stay away from these social constraints.
For God's sake.
You know, don't make the hood hold you back. You know, he starts giving me the mad speeches like.
You see what it is? More times here, with us here growing up, how do we rate ourselves? Like this question right now, can you see how difficult it was for us to kind of?
It ain't difficult.
Not difficult, but you had to kind of explain because we ain't been taught self-love. So we're more judging it on the celebrity or
To
star,
other people's standards.
Other people's standards, but that's dead.
But that's why I said what I said. If I had said said, I know it would have been a next hit.
Yeah, you just keep saying it.
You keep saying it, babe. You are who you are, innit? Those who don't like, they go fuck themselves.
Yeah, but clearly that's why I'm still doing what I'm doing. In what I do in the industry, I do. I get the bitchiness all the time. I get the fake friends coming around me. I get I'm not in competition with them. They're in competition with me. I'm not competing against no other gal.
I was gonna say, I was just gonna say that.
I'm not insecure.
You see,
when I said that on the show before, you all had shit to say. I've watched it back, and people come back to me about certain things, and I'm gonna discuss that another time. But my point is this: if I don't have insecurities, why is that an issue for everyone to understand? Why was there an issue with the fact that I'm not insecure? That's what I want to understand. We've just this is a double standards thing. Today I'm supposed to rate myself, but when I said I wasn't insecure, everyone was like, "Oh, sorry, Missy don't have insecurities."
You see what it is?
It's like what I can't win.
You see what it is? Sometimes, the insecurity word is big. So some people, when they're hearing insecurities, they're not hearing looks.
It's not about your insecurity. It's about somebody else's.
No,
Yeah, no,
because
no,
we're
no,
not-
no,
it was about
no,
us.
wait, but no,
So
but
Do you
when-
remember? It
No,
was
no,
about
no,
us.
no,
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Hold on,
Hold
one at a
on.
time, one at a time, one at a time, one at a
Cool.
time.
Go.
I base it on my own insecurities. I'm hella insecure. I said that with my fucking chest.
No, I'm not talking about
No,
you.
but-
I'm talking about me saying I don't
Yes,
have
but
insecurities.
you said when
See
you
what I'm
said
saying?
it, you
Yeah.
said when you said it, everyone along here and you've watched it back was like, oh, Missy's not
No,
insecure.
because I said I wasn't insecure
Wait,
neither.
hold on. But I said I'm insecure. So you not being insecure, I'm basing that on my own insecurity. So hold on, how can you not be insecure, but I'm insecure about red tear tear? Do you feel what I'm saying?
Right. But then that's like me saying, why would you be insecure off
It's
of the back
based-
of me not
No.
being insecure?
But it's the judgment is based on my own insecurity.
Yes,
That's
that's
what I'm
not a
saying.
me problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then leave me. If I'm not insecure, I'm not insecure, innit? Like, what? It's not by force.
Did anyone just get that?
This has come up before, and I feel like the
That's
things
mad
that
to
I'm
me.
insecure about are so petty. Like it's not even a big
That's what
deal.
I think,
Like,
that's-
Yeah,
so
but
I'm
it's
not.
not
I know,
impossible
do you know,
for
like
people
I
to
know I'm
not.
not insecure. I tell
That's
you what,
it.
I'll be honest with you, and I keep it real. I'll keep it 100. I said the only thing that I would ever be insecure about is my smell, my personal hygiene, and the fact that I go to a length and extent to make sure that I smell good. I'm not insecure about anything.
That's one of my top
Yeah.
five,
And
you
I-
know.
and I think-
Yeah, no
That's-
period patterns.
Yeah,
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 yeah, we get
hygiene.
it.
That's where we
Yeah.
come with the insecurity word. I think
For
that's
me,
where
that's the-
how
yeah.
broad it is. So sometimes when you're saying it, not that everyone's like, oh, they're thinking hold on, but there must be a small, tiny little thing.
But why?
Because obviously, naturally, as humans,
Yeah,
Based
but
on
don't-
their
that's how
own-
people
yeah,
are.
but
But a
don't
lot of
project
people's
your
judgment,
own
yeah, but a
onto
lot of it is
me.
No,
based
but
on
hold
their
on.
own
I don't
character.
have that
It's not-
I
issue.
hear that.
Wait, one
I
at
hear
a
that.
time, one at
I
a
hear
time.
that, but
Hold on,
that's-
hold on,
Is
hold
that?
on.
No,
Do
no.
I not know myself?
No, no, of
Do you get
course,
me?
but
So if I
that's-
don't have that,
I'm just-
okay,
I'm just-
let
I'm-
me not have that.
I'm
Have
just-
yours if you want to have
I'm
them.
just
I'm not
explaining
complaining.
I
why
am
the
going to
reaction
delve
may have been that
deeper
way.
with
I'm not saying
Missy,
it's
and I'm
right.
going to
I'm
do
just saying
one-to-one.
that's
I'm
what it
going
is.
to
Do you know what I find? Do you know what I
dig in
find?
and
Fam, you
find
need
her
to cancel
insecurity.
See,
everyone
people that
else
don't
that's
rate
got the
themselves,
issues with
yeah?
me, because I don't have no issues
Hold
with
on.
me.
But-
Like, boom, you see people that rate though, like, you know, like you might see a pretty girl and she don't rate herself, like she
There
don't
you
she don't
go.
think she's nice because of maybe
Certain labels.
no, because maybe the reception. Because sometimes when you're pretty, guys are kind of, you think that you'll get bare man, and whereas in you might get the opposite reaction where you're nice. So a lot of man
Man,
won't
sure.
move to
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
You know what
you.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that
Oh
can play
my
on how you
gosh,
feel
Bobby, thank you.
on your rating, and knowing that
you,
you,
thank you,
and
thank
next time I
you.
look at you, think, oh, you're mad.
Thank
you're
you. It's like when you get asked, oh, why are you single though? You're on mad nice.
Right.
Yeah,
But
I
because
know,
you're
bro,
nice, a
just
lot of
'cause
men
I'm
feel
nice,
intimidated.
alright.
I get that all
So
the
they
time.
don't come
Thank
and
you.
approach. A lot of men
There you
move
go.
short.
I've heard that a million times.
And it will play on yourself. It plays on yourself, and that's it. Done. So for me,
Each and
Yeah.
everyone is allowed to have their
You
own
gotta love yourself,
feeling.
you know, don't
if
want them.
if Mish says she's insecure, if Missy says she's not insecure, if you know,
There ain't no
everyone's
judgment there.
entitled to their own.
And that's what I'm saying. There's no
opinion
judgment. There's no
on
judgment
their
there.
self, their own judgment, their own
Wrong.
self worth.
Right.
Like that
That
you
shit pisses
can,
me off.
you know what I mean?
yeah. Boom.
Next
Right.
question.
Like, yeah.
Who's next?
Is it anyone next?
Did everyone answer
I
that?
don't, have I ever?
I ain't gone.
Did you answer this?
Yeah, I answered it. Yeah,
Oh,
I answered it.
Maybe I was missing.
Everyone answered it. I think.
Have I
Yeah.
called the question?
But remember, it's a personal one to you, innit? So
Yeah, it was
I don't
personal
think I
to
have.
me.
Who went? Jesse
Yeah.
went.
I went.
Missy went.
Missy went.
So it's between us.
Yeah,
so
you
let's
two,
go on,
yeah.
you go.
Go on then.
Mr.
Ladies
Bobby.
first. And all that.
Red.
I see Bobby open that bag wide.
Red.
Yay! Anything
Look,
I
see?
say happens, you know.
Juju woman in the
I've
corner.
done it.
It's not juju.
I've already
It's
done
not
this one.
juju. It's
She's
what
gonna
I
kid that
want.
one.
I must have.
I've already
or
done
must
it. I've already
get.
done it. Do
Manifestation.
you stand up or sit down?
No,
to
no,
us?
no,
I've
that's
done
that,
it.
that's
Don't leave
that,
me
that's that.
hanging.
See, I told you, no one ain't got no control over these
What was that
questions,
one?
you know.
Do you stand up or sit down to what us? I already had the question. I've already done that. one.
I need to talk to management about this. Trust me.
Duplicate questions.
Yeah.
Do you not get enough questions in the
Guys, let's focus on the question over here, please.
Would you ever go to your partner's family to save your relationship?
Yes. If you needed to, if that's your partner, you would have a relationship with their family, whether
Not
it be their mum
necessarily.
or
I'm
their
gonna
dad
say.
or
Not
a sister or a
necessarily.
brother.
Trust me.
I mean, for me personally, because we like to just go into personals. Yeah, like say my son's father. Yeah, like I do have a relationship with his mum. So we're not together no more. Haven't been together for many moons. But I'm saying, like, if I felt like even to this day, like maybe we're miscommunicating about something to do with my son, and I feel like, you know, communication, I can't get through to the dad. Then because I do have a relationship with his mum and that is my son's nan, I should be able to go to her and have that kind of woman to woman chat. This is how I feel. Do you know what I'm trying to say? She'll probably never take my side because that's your boy child, but I feel like I should be able to go to you. Or even your brothers, like I do talk to your brothers if I needed to, and one of your older brothers is quite level-headed and would actually take the time to listen to what I gotta say. Even an auntie, or a cousin, like if I'm with you, you're my partner, I would like to think that, you know, I'm in tune with your family. Growing up in London, I don't have many family here. So I'm very much on my own. So if I am with a partner, I kind of am seeking almost that family, you know, togetherness, tribe to not only help me raise my child, but to help me. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Help give me that support. Let me know that you're there for me, not only the child. So in terms of me having a partner, I would definitely go to the family and think, you know what, this is worth saving and I need help.
Yeah, I'm going to the family, even if I'm going there to beat her up. Straight.
I'm not.
I'm going there to snitch. Like what? Your daughter's moving nuts.
I'll tell you.
She's been at the house all 5 days straight. She's been raving. Hey, every time I see her, she's
the one late night.
Hey, no, I'm
late night in the kitchen.
You don't give a shit.
You know what she does, you know?
Snitching, telling my dad everything.
Yeah,
It's what it is.
She
For
don't,
me, yeah.
she don't please me. She don't give me head. She don't do this. She don't do that. That's Bobby.
You could.
My dad.
I would not be getting to certain girls' parents and saying that. Oh man, we getting some looks.
Looks.
But I'm snitching though. I'm telling you, I'm going to the family to snitch.
Hold on,
I'm telling
Jesse.
your mother everything you done.
Wow.
I'm telling your mum everything you done.
But
Everything you done wrong in the yard. I'm going to tell your mum.
She's going to tell you,
Whether-
yeah,
whether-
what you
Let me
done,
go to your
Let me tell you
family.
something. No, she can go to my family. It don't matter. I don't business. But let me tell you something. She will business when I go to her family. Let me tell you that. Yeah. So I'll beat her up to whoever I'm close with, whether it's the mum, the dad, the uncle. I'm going there and I'm
There's got to be
snitching.
someone of your partners.
I'm saying straight.
Family.
Like, mummy,
From-
yeah, your daughter's moving nuts. You need to come and deal with this girl.
For me,
Get me straight.
No, I hear that, but for me, I would want to, and I always would try. But some family members are just like, you may not be able to go to them because they're not naturally even involved.
Yeah.
So they may be like I've tried to do that before, and it's like, raw, like they all get like, oh yeah, I don't want to.
And then it makes you feel
You're
worse.
ringing the wrong people. That's why I tell you, you gotta
That's
know
No,
who
but-
to call.
but
in the
then you
family.
won't know who
No,
to
but that's
say
the thing.
no,
That's
you
the
won't
thing.
know who to
That's the
say
thing.
no.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You only may have a selection because like
Some people are too in the family. Some people are too involved.
like now we're saying she's got family. What
that
you said
she
you got
could-
family up. How many
whatever.
in England you said you got? How many?
No, I don't have much family in
Right,
London, let alone in England.
Right, exactly. So, and if that's the same with a partner, and they've only got like grandparents, and the grandparents are like 80 odd, and they're not even like,
Their way of thinking is gonna be different.
it's gonna be different, yeah. So I would always say, yeah, do it. But I said if it don't work, always go for counselling or always go for like therapy or something, innit?
I was gonna
Because
jump in where you said.
Sometimes there may not be no parental figure.
Yeah.
Even if they got bare family, there may not be no parental or
Yeah,
responsible figure
yeah,
for
of
you to
course.
go to and say,
But
right,
Because
If
his
there is-
family could
I
be
feel like
foolish
this.
as
If there is,
well.
are
Right.
you?
Parents
If there
is
is,
foolish.
are you going there?
100%,
Because I saw the question says,
100%.
Yeah.
would you
You'd
go
seek
there
advice
to
from-
save your relationship? So would you go to the
Oh, no,
partner?
would you-
No, would you ever? Would you ever
Yeah,
go
so
to
would
your
you
Sometimes
ever
it's
go
not
to the
saving
mum,
it.
the
Sometimes
grand?
it can
Sometimes
make
it's
it
not
worse,
worth it.
yeah.
Sometimes it's not worth it.
I've done it before. I've tried to reach out to my daughter's dad's stepmom and his dad, because me and his stepmom had a really good relationship. His stepmom and dad not married, obviously. His dad's more like, oh no, I don't really want to get involved, and that annoyed me because I was thinking, right, you're a big man, your son's moving mad, like why don't you try and advise him? Because when I spoke to my dad about it, my dad was like, speak to his dad. Obviously he's a man, so he can probably give him a man advice. So I spoke to his dad was moving like a pussyhole, so it made me feel worse. So I was like, what the fuck? And then obviously his stepmom can only say so much because that's not actually her son. And at the end of the day, he's a big man. So after that, my thing is, I don't reach out to no one's family and discuss nothing. If we're grown people, we lay down together, or whatever, we've had kids, or we're adults,
Communication.
at the end of the day, we both should work it out. I don't think it's down to the family. Sometimes as well, when you involve family members, it can make it worse, because if you two fix up your problems now, then people
Start
now know your
chatting
business
patty.
and chat
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
or
yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like your partner, or
Yeah.
they don't like you.
Yeah.
Even
Friends
though
though,
I've had
innit?
situations where my baby father's been in the wrong about things and his family knew, and it was a big massive thing, but even when we made up, I was still the bad guy. even though he was actually in the wrong. So involving external parties is
yeah,
already
no,
a bit risky.
it definitely,
and then when
definitely
it's
depends.
family as well, some family take it wrong. Because when I did have a relationship with his mum, I did let his mum know about certain things, and she didn't like it because she was like, "Oh, it come like you're trying to badmouth
I'm gonna
my
say,
son to
because
me."
certain
And I was
mums will be like, "Not
and
my,
I wasn't
my
like-
son,
say
Guys,
that.
let me
my
finish.
son."
Guys,
I did say that.
let me
Let me
finish.
finish.
So
Let
what
the
I'm saying, let me
parent
finish.
decide.
What I'm saying is, obviously, it's not like I went to her and was like, "Oh, he's fucking moving mad." I basically was like, "Oh, can I get some advice, please? Because this is what's happened, and I don't know if did I act in the right way. This is what happened," and I told her. Whereas I've got friends who've gone to their mother-in-laws and be like, "Oh, I can't believe he's giving me a headache." Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't even come like that. I came to her respectively, like, "Rod, this is what's happened. This is what I did. Do you think I could have done it better, mum?" And then she was like, "Oh, I'm not trying to hear about my son." I was just like, "Rod."
Yeah, but you know,
So
it just
from
depends
then-
on the influence.
Nah, I
It
got
just
friends
depends on
and
the
I have my
influence.
own family. I'm not an orphan.
Because sometimes you look at the
Depends on
family.
the influence.
Sometimes you look at the family and you're like,
Yeah, I'm
"Bro."
not an orphan. Instead, I'm not begging it with no boys' mum. Are you mad? Like, bro, instead.
I think for me,
No, Missy, why did you say that?
No, because that's all long. Go cancel. Speak
No,
to
'cause my
neutral people.
Yeah,
Do not
no,
speak
no,
to
it-
family members, bro. They're not your
Because
family.
they're
Remember
not.
that.
No,
They're
even,
not.
yeah,
Even
y'all
if
not
they're
calling
your
my
kids'
mum.
family, they're not your family. Especially if you're not married, and especially if you don't share DNA. Allow it. Like you're just the baby mum. Sometimes that's the reality
No,
of
but
it.
you know what it is.
They will
but
never
but
favour
what I'm
you
saying,
like
Missy.
their family.
No,
You
but
just
Missy,
said it. Remember, you was like,
hear what
they'll
I'm saying.
never back
No,
you
but you
like
see-
them.
Yeah.
Even
They
if
will
they're
never
wrong.
really. They might
No, but
listen.
Missy,
They
no,
won't.
but hear the
No.
difference though. Hear this now.
Because
My
if he got
mum,
an ex-gal,
my
she'll
mum's
be
had three
nice,
boys,
nice
yeah.
with her as well. What do
No,
you mean?
no gal
Exactly.
picking,
Yeah,
yeah, no gal
exactly
picking.
that.
Trust.
So you see, when a girl comes into the family, like it's like if she likes you, you call my mum, start chatting shit. She calling me, talking about. She ain't even asking me what happened. And you go around the guy's yard and rate it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, obviously I'm not telling what the fuck. But I'm saying, what you talking about? She talking about raw. She can tell me everything that happened, but you ain't asked me what happened. So I'm saying, how you just taking one side of the story and coming to me with
then,
people's
yeah,
fuckery, and I'm your you, and you don't even ask me
My mum's like that.
if what happened. Oh, but you know, she called me and gal picked me and I'm like, no, mum, you need to listen. She's
My mum ain't
chatting
even
shit.
answering the phone,
You
bro.
know what I'm trying to say? and
My mum's not
and this is
involved.
what
She's
certain
not
gal,
involved.
they get amped. Like, raw, when they know the mum is a certain way and don't tolerate, oh, well, she's a girl. My mum's that type of woman. Well, she's a woman.
At least
And
she's
then-
like
and-
that. Some
and-
mums are
And if it
wicked.
was me,
Yeah.
how would you like it?
That'd be
I'm
my
doing
favourite.
them
You got-
them
you know
fuckers.
what?
Are you alright?
You got to really, you're 100%.
I say keep them
100%.
out of
I
it.
hate
Yeah.
that one. I hate them ones. Like, I'm like, Rob, why are you calling my mum every minute? Like,
I
Rob,
said to save the
and-
relationship.
Yeah.
and-
To
and-
save
and-
it, find a counsellor.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
That's
If I
right,
haven't
that's
gone-
right.
But if
Get
I
a
haven't gone
counsellor.
down all of those roads already, that would be the last resort for me. Like we have to done the whole counselling thing. We've got to the mediation, all of those things, and then last though. What? Listen, that's the
No, I'd
last
seek my
thing.
friend's
Then
advice.
I would-
I'm
yeah,
not
of
gonna
course.
lie.
I'm only going
That's
to-
what I'm
yeah, I'm
saying.
only
So
going
you
to-
But
do
it'd be the
counsel.
last-
You do counsel.
Yeah,
at
that would
first
that
before
whole family thing would be the
Yeah.
last resort
Makes
because
sense. They're
Yeah.
professionals.
my thing is this year, like if you're gonna go to anyone in my family, like who are you going to really in it? Like my mum's not in it. My mum ain't even answering her phone. Let's be real. Like the only person really that you could probably go to would probably be my stepmom. But even that, she will listen to you, but she will back me. But at the same time, it's that level of involvement because then she's gonna go and tell my aunts, and then my aunts are gonna tell them, and then do you know what I'm saying? There's a whole
Your whole business.
the whole of my thing is just out there.
I hate that.
For everyone, do you know what I'm saying? Before it even gets to wherever it needs to get to. So yeah, that whole family thing is a sticky thing because you're not just telling one person because you could call the boy's mum, call your baby father's mum, and tell her, then she's gonna go call her sister. Her sister's then go call Red Tear, and then there's that domino effect. And then when you go to the next family function, everyone's looking at you
And
sideways.
depends if they like you or not.
That's why I
Yeah.
said
Because
I'm
that-
not in it.
remember,
innit?
like,
Because
I'm
what's
not
happened?
orphan.
They've all
I'm
had a
not
conversation.
orphan, babes. I'm not
Yeah.
orphan. I'm with you. I'm with
They've
you.
all had a conversation. They've
I'm
all
not orphan.
generalized you,
Yeah.
and then you go to the family.
Remember,
Remember,
he's
you're like,
their family,
Right.
so they're gonna back him regardless.
But that's obviously in
I
some
think with the
cases.
girl it's worse because what happens is the girl has an argument. Yeah.
I'm
She,
cussing you
no,
out
no, no.
first.
Hear what I'm saying. No, hear what I'm saying. She has an argument.
anyway.
She calls the mum. Now you don't keep doing this break up to make up thing. So you're having your arguments and you go on in your back and then you're gone in your back
that's wrong.
and all the fuckery. And she calling her mum all the time. And certain times it's not even your fault. But because she's mad, she calling. You know what he did, yeah. But she's not saying what she done. They shouldn't tell you that Ross. She come and give you 2 boxes in your face first, and dash out your things out the window, and mash at your PlayStation, and lick down everything else before you give her 1 lick or whatever the case was. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just being real. I'm not saying on personal preference. I'm just saying. I'm just saying in certain.
situations,
I'm trying to say that's personal experience. Yeah. So I'm just
said
saying.
preference.
Certain. Yeah. Me.
I
Certain.
was like,
Not
what?
preference.
Alright,
Yeah.
I know,
Anyway,
right?
yeah. But what I'm trying to say to you, she's telling half the story. She's saying, raw, I came in, all I said to him is that, raw, why didn't you clean it? And he switched, grabbed me, no, you didn't do that.
was
You
a
know what I'm saying?
build-up.
So now,
You left your period pants on the floor.
the mum now has got a perception of you. She's
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
perception.
yeah, yeah,
Even though the
yeah,
perception ain't
yeah.
right, and all the things she's telling is wrong, it's not always the 100% truth.
And that's the immaturity I find in some parents.
Yeah, so then now the mum now, you go and chat to the mum she don't like you. The mum don't like you already.
Yeah.
She ain't even asked you.
Yeah.
She ain't all the situation that's happened. She ain't one pick up the phone and said,
Yeah.
"Oh, Bobby, rare. Oh, Jess, rare. Oh, Missy, is this what happened?" No.
I've
No.
had it.
You're just
Personal
you're going off one
That's
side
true.
of the
Yeah.
story,
It's true.
and then now you don't like me just because when someone's angry, they're telling you all the bad stuff, and even worse, things that didn't even happen.
And some
Yeah?
mums already prejudge you before they even meet
Right.
you anyway. When it
So
comes to their
therefore-
sons, mums can be very funny.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
That's-
go.
Wait,
There you go.
mums and their
Mums don't
sons.
want to see.
It's very
Yeah.
very funny.
Mums don't want to see, their daughters with any man. She don't like the man. You don't even know. You say, Mum, I have a boy. A boy what? A boy car. A boy. You know what I'm trying to say? They don't want to hear that you got
My
a
dad's
boyfriend.
like that
full
with
stop.
me.
Yeah.
He ain't trying to
Because-
hear
You know
it.
what I'm trying to say?
And
So
that's
already, that's there.
That's that ignorant, possessive mentality. And you know what it is? It just shows you how irresponsible
No,
the
do you know
parents are.
what? In my dad's defense,
Well,
yeah.
this goes into the
With my
conversation
dad,
we had
in my
prior to
dad's
the cameras
defense, the problem
about
is
parents.
he's seen me go through stuff. So now, anyone,
don't
if
wanna
I
see you
was
hurt
gonna
again.
bring them, it's not because he's being ignorant or
Being
immature.
protective. He's being
He's
protective.
being because
Yeah,
he's
100%.
seen what's happened.
Yeah.
I can't bring any man.
So
The
he's
only
looking at
two
you
men
like
that
you
have
need to
ever
know
met
what
my
you're
dad are both my baby fathers. Any other boyfriends I've never brought to my dad because I don't just bring anyone to meet my king. Are you mad? So the two I have brought have messed up. So now in my dad's mind, it's not that he don't want me because he says it. He's like, I want you to settle down. I want you to you got so much going for you. I know my daughter, her mouth's a bit, but you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be loved. However, my dad says to me all the time, don't just settle just because you want someone. You need to see yourself from the other side. You're gonna attract a lot of trash. My dad says it all the time. My dad's like, good and bad men are gonna want you. You need to filter it through. So now if I do bring someone to my dad's not got that whole thing of he's a little idiot, he's just gonna mess up. My dad's thinking, I just hope that you're able. My dad says it in his own mouth. My daughter's a lot to handle, but she's a lot to lose. My dad says that all the time. He's like,
As long as he's honest with both sides and he's able to say
my
to a
dad
man,
tells
like,
me.
My
dad, I'm not gonna lie, my dad will tell me when I have gone to my dad before about certain things. My dad will be like, but I know what you're like. Your temper, you ain't got patience. You can't speak to a man like that. You can't. My dad will tell me. It's not, and I'm his only daughter. He could easily switch it and be one-sided, but he's not. He's on my neck. Trust me, because he's a man, and he's like, I know how I wouldn't want to be treated. Did you? When I've told my dad, the first thing my dad says is, did you shout at him? Did you cuss him? Because I know what you're like. Why did you do that? Or did you tell him you didn't like that? Because he's not in your head. Did you communicate that to him?
Yeah,
that's my dad.
so see your dad's real because what happens is if he challenges you, because he's not just gonna hear one stupid story like because it's not like you're
My
timid.
dad always
You know
asks
it
me,
is
what
because he
did
knows
you
you're
do?
not timid.
He knows,
Because he knows it's not like a man can come to you and say, "Raw, Missy, sit down in the corner,"
my dad knows
and you're gonna
I'm
go
not
and
like
sit
that,
down. Because if
right.
he was
Sit
timid,
down where?
but if
Sit
you're
down where?
timid,
What
he will
corner?
come and
Did you
question
pay
it.
for the
Like, hold
corner?
on, I know, but I know you got mouth, and I know you got strength, and I know you give as good as you get.
Both
So
my parents,
you can't.
You guys sit in the corner about me sit in the corner.
Right.
No, Mrs.
It's
Dad.
like,
you know what-
it's like
you know
when
what you
I
So you
run
have to
joke with
question
my
it.
dad and I tell my dad I'm gonna go find myself a 60-year-old. My dad's like, there's no way because you can't. My dad says it. No man can't tell you nothing. So there's no way you're gonna go for older man. My dad's like, when he's telling you to, you can't go out. You can't. You. My dad laughs.
No,
He knows
don't
me.
swear. No,
My
your
dad
dad's on
knows
crud
to the
still.
T. He knows me.
Your
So
dad's
he
on
knows.
crud.
I've shown my dad someone and be like, oh yeah, dad, I like him. My dad's like, this one looks too soft. He can't handle you. My dad knows his kid. You know, some parents are in
got a good
denial. Oh,
relationship,
my kids are
yeah.
good. My dad knows.
100.
My
Yeah,
mum and
that's
dad
it,
used to.
that's it.
My mum always used to say, if someone came and told me Missy beat up someone, I'd believe it. But if someone told me Missy teeth something, I wouldn't believe it. That's what my mum
'cause you know
always
you
used
know
to.
the
Oh,
person.
she
Oh,
knows.
isn't it?
That's my mum.
That Peckham.
You can tell me
Oh,
something
man,
about
take
my
Peckham's
youth,
side.
and
Yeah,
I'll
man,
know.
take his Peckham.
But don't tell me you come into your yard and
Right.
teeth
Right.
and certain little things because
Never.
she'll back me. But listen, she'll back me to the door
And
because she knows I'm not a thief.
I would appreciate a lot as well if the partner's gone over to,
Boom bang.
you know, the family and whatnot, and the family has said, you know what, I will speak to him.
Yeah.
You know, ones that I'll appreciate that even more. I hate the whole having to hear that she's gone there, and you're having to wait to see them, and it feels like raw, like you can't even talk because it's all mad.
So we're gonna wrap this up. Boom.
No, it's the last resort for me.
Would you go there
Last
to say?
resort. I'm
No,
a-
would
I'm
you?
a-
Yes
I'm
or
a
no?
orphan.
The
I'm
bottom
an
line is
orphan.
yes or no.
What?
Would you?
No.
You're saying no. So, Missy?
I'm not an orphan. No.
No. Would
I would, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
would.
would go.
Nah.
If need be, obviously, again, first, communication between
Depends on the
you
family.
and your partner.
Yeah.
I will shout at you, scream at you, whatever we've got to do, do the argument thing. If we can't then resolve it between us, then yeah, I wouldn't feel no way to go and find external help.
Well, I'm telling you from now, fucks with me, I'm snitching. Calling your mother.
I don't like Bobby.
I'm telling your mother.
Is it
As if
call
you
your
keeping up
mother?
with me.
That's how
Man, call your mother.
Yeah. He'll be like, let's not licking the
I'm
finger.
snitching.
He'll be like,
No,
she didn't cook last Thursday.
Last Thursday,
Yeah.
At
She didn't cook.
7:52.
I asked her to cook mummy. He'll even call
Right.
her mummy to beg it more. Mummy, look.
And if you don't believe me, I've got photo evidence.
My mum, yeah, you know my mum will back it for my partners over me. My
Come
mum
on.
will have Bobby's picture up on the wall.
What you mean?
That's what my mum's like.
And
My
your
mum
picture
will-
will be behind it.
Yeah, my mum be like, Bobby. My mum will start calling
you got
Bobby
one?
like,
Have you got one?
My mum be like, Bobby, did she cook
Close your
today?
eyes, close your
Bobby be
eyes.
like, oh, she didn't cook, you know. Next minute, my mum's ringing my phone. Nah, no, I could never. Yeah,
That would be
Alright,
God.
next question. What you got?
What would you define as cheating?
Anything.
You had that already?
Yeah.
I've heard this
We
one.
had that,
Yeah.
had that already, no?
ATM, sort it out, man.
Management. Management slacking, you know. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do.
Who do we write to for complaints and stuff?
Any
Is there- is
complaints?
that-
you know.
No, so it's at conversational at gmail.com, innit?
That's it.
Yeah. Complaints.
Any complaints?
The complaints will never get open. They'll get deleted.
Guys, if you could please, if you have any questions that you would like to see us cover, please just send
You
it
know
in
what
to
Bobby's gonna say?
Conversation.
I'm snitching.
So, hold on.
Telling your mum.
Hey, Bobby, you say the question? Look at that. Hey, there's some
Hey, that's
thing
funny,
going on.
though.
One's calling red and getting red. One's speaking about this and the questions relating to that. What's going on?
Right. So,
Yes, yes.
may I ask
Some
a question?
charm out here, man.
May I ask a question, please? What would you do if your partner was diagnosed
Diagnosed.
with diagnosed? I can't.
Diagnosed.
Diagnosed. You're the fucking drama queen.
Yes.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Today I'm the
I'm
police.
like living with a smell check. You know
Yes.
the one there.
I am.
So again, if your partner was diagnosed with a medical condition, that's it, right?
Yeah, you did.
What,
With a medical condition.
what prevents them from having sex?
Yeah, would you stay?
Would I stay?
So yeah. So
Yeah, so
Now I was going to make
I
a
don't
point.
know.
innit?
So I was gonna make a point, yeah.
You
So
found it.
in my mind, don't think I'm naive or whatever, but in my mind, the only two things that I could think of that would have been a medical condition is if obviously the man is impotent, can't really get it up, or on the flip side, and that's why I said to be deep, if she had cervical cancer. Now, if you have cervical cancer, there is now an issue to why you can't, even though they don't say stop having sex, they may help you, give you probes or etc. to help you or whatever. Now, if your partner has cancer, just because you can't have sex with them, you're not gonna walk away. That's bad, man. Now, I mean, there may be people that do that, but realistically, if that's your woman, your wife, your lover, they're going through something,
You ain't
you're
going
not
nowhere.
leaving.
It's deeper than that.
And that's the reason why I said, let me say what I was going to say. In terms of a man, if he had impotency, again, I'm not going to leave you because maybe there are things that we could do together, whether it be Viagra, whether it be an injection, whether it be surgical procedure. We're going to have to try and do something. Some relationships where, you know, some people may have MS or something where their bodily functions aren't able to, you know,
Or
do
even
certain
just
things.
epilepsy or
That,
anything like that.
and that partner may say to you, do you know what? I'm unable to do this for you, but I may allow you to be able to go out and get it if it's something that you need.
I was gonna say.
You understand? So your partner, either way, real partner will support you in whichever road to take. And if they really can't satisfy you, will say to you, you know what? Here, I might pay for your prostitute, or I might pay for a little renter boy, or whatever it is. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that was it, guys.
yeah.
No, you're not.
No, you're right. You're
I
right.
think a lot of it goes back to what you've been saying, and it is about communication, and it. So
That's
if you don't
it.
speak, you don't know in it. So if that person's going to be going through that on their own, and then expecting someone to stay, but you've not been vocal about it, do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's
Yeah, it can make you feel like, why don't you want to have sex with me? Or why don't you want to do this with me?
and then
If
you're
they're expressing-
blatantly pushing them away, then they're not going to stay, bro.
I would love to know in that situation, yeah, in a medical like you being a partner that's affected by it, do you even still have them urges?
But then it depends. Like Sorry, Missy.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
Imagine if you had a car accident, and then you're paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was gonna say is, I have a medical condition called Crohn's disease. Yeah, it's not contagious because when I've said that before, I've seen people shift. Yeah, and it's like more to do with like your bowel and stuff. And then if it goes undiagnosed, it develops into bowel cancer. Thank God it didn't. It was found before then. And sometimes it does have an effect on your sex drive because when you're getting constant flare-ups, you're in a lot of abdominal pain. As a woman, your waist down is where you're having sex.
As
so
anybody,
you don't want to.
You're in pain. You don't want to have sex.
Yeah, but with this, it's not just any pain. If you don't have it, you don't know. So what I'm saying is, if I'm not in the mood and I had a man and I was explaining to him, like, I'm having a flare up and he's still trying to touch, you don't want to be touched. I don't even want my children to be around me when I get my flare ups. It's that much pain. 2 days ago, I had a flare up and I had to go for a shoot. And I thought I could sit here and I could either, because I've said it before, I'll smoke weed to help. That's the only thing that helps the pain. Because the pharmaceuticals I've been given do nothing. And I've told my GP, sex is the last thing on my mind. If I had to have sex in that sort of pain, I'd rather, it's not happening. So if you're with someone, they would have to be understanding and empathetic towards that. And at the same time, I, as their partner, also as the person with Crohn's disease, would have to understand that my partner also has needs and whatever. But at the same time, my health comes first. And if I'm not okay, how can you expect something of that from me? Do you get what I'm saying? So as Nai's been saying, and Mish, communication is definitely key with that. And that's something that I very much put out there. It's like when I first meet someone, if I know it's going to be that, the first two things I say is, you do know I'm a video girl, right? And you do know I'm a mum, right? And also I got Crohn's. Because those three things can be big factors or make
Do
and
you know
break.
what?
I'm
Another thing, I'm gonna let everybody else speak, but I also have a medical condition which does affect me being sexually active. So I haven't deeped it my issue. But if you guys want to hear about it, I'll tell you lot after. But do you lot say what you're saying? But I actually have a medical condition where it more than affects my libido. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And it affects me being active altogether. So I can speak on that if you want, but I'm going to let you lot say what you lot are going to say.
Because so just to round off, obviously, as I said, with Crohn's, it does affect it. And obviously, on the flip side, because I do like the modelling stuff and the music videos, people are like, oh yeah, but you're bare like raw. Like, she probably puts it down every day. Remember, it's acting. I'm selling sex, as in the idea of it. Just because I'm twerking in a video, don't mean all I do is sit around and twerk every day. I have a 9 to 5. I have kids. I have things that I need to do. More time, I don't even want no move from me, man. I ain't in the mood. I'm tired. I can go without. My sex drive is actually quite low. So the fact that I have Crohn's on top of that, it sometimes can lower it. So sometimes if I want to, I can have sex today and I'm good. I don't need to have sex for the next 3 months because it's all right. But it's understanding and it's communication and it's just a maturity thing as well. And it's having the understanding of both sides.
I feel that women can go without sex longer than a man.
Yeah, I think that as well.
Because of like a lot of the time it's a daily routine.
But it's an emotional thing as well.
Yeah, and exactly. For one, it's an emotional connection, and for two, that a woman, or most women, their days are broken up with in terms of minding their child, working, doing the house, and doing everything else. So
periods
when
as well.
when you're dealing with all that shit, the day's done. By the time they get in, literally, they can go sleep, rest up, and time they open their eyes again, it's the same thing again. So they don't really have no time for sex in terms of looking after the pitting and working, whatever. So, but with men, our sex is not really emotionally driven anyway. It's more of a physical.
Routine. It's a day-to-day.
You know what I'm saying? Like you all stand up, right? You want to have sex. It's not like a
wake up,
like breeze can go past. You all stand up, raw. I feel like you want to have sex. You're watching EastEnders. You all might stand up. You want to have sex. You know what I'm trying to say? It's random. So whereas in us, it's not emotionally attached. It's more in our thoughts, like you know what I'm saying. So we're more think about it. Fuck it, you know.
You might think, I've worked. I want to come home and see my wife and that, and then I know what you mean.
I'm
and just to obviously finish off with when we said if it was our partner, because I just said if it was me, obviously, if my partner did have something wrong with him, and if I had one, and he couldn't have sex anymore, I feel like my level of understanding would probably be different. Even before I had Crohn's, my first daughter's dad went jail for like 1.5 years. I didn't have sex with anyone. I could have easily gone and done my thing, but I didn't. didn't, because I was just all right with the fact that, and he wasn't sick, he was incarcerated. I could have easily gone and slept with someone else, but I did not do that. Do you know what I'm saying? But now that I have a medical issue that can sometimes prevent me from doing so, I now have a different understanding to it. So yeah, I agree with you, Bobby. Definitely, like I'm self-disciplined so much, yeah. Like I never ever think of it because it's something that comes naturally to me. But when I think of certain situations I've been in, I think, I actually held it down. So you're right, definitely. So if he was sick, it wouldn't even be, my first thought isn't, well, I need to get mine. I'm thinking we need to think about him and how is he and what needs does he have, and you know.
Yeah, come on, talk about sex for the whole year. I look at him like, really, brother, you're chatting shit. Like, you're chatting shit.
Yeah, my girl says that. Since we broke up, I ain't had sex. I've just been playing PlayStation.
No, you're chatting shit.
Bro, we've been broken up 2 years. You're lying.
Because you know our balls feel a certain type of way, and we don't release
Fam,
them.
if a man can give you bun and cheat on you when you're together, when he's single, how's he not sleeping with no one?
That's the truth. That's it. Done.
Does that make sense?
That's it. That's argument done.
Yeah.
That's it. Argument done. You could have the fattest pussy, the biggest back, the biggest breast, all the things that you love in a woman, and go and beat the thing with no breast, no back.
Chicken back.
And you don't know what's there. And you will still go and beat the thing opposite to what you want, and the man will still go and sleep with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
So
it's mad still.
Dragon slayers. That's what certain man are.
I think for me, I'm definitely gonna stay. That's just me. I feel like if I've got that far with you, then you know we might as well, innit?
And it's sad because you hear that people do. I know someone whose family member had cancer, and the auntie's husband left her as soon as she found out, got the diagnosis, he was out. And I just said, you know what, he probably was looking for an exit anyway, and that just gave it. That's a blessing in disguise, not just for him, for her mainly, because to go through something like cancer, you need all the support you can get.
Do you know what? If you're honest if you're honest with yourself, and you know within yourself that it's too much for you, or you've actually been through it with somebody who's maybe passed or struggling with cancer, and you physically can't do it with somebody, it is. It's better for you to say, do you know what? I care about you, but I can't watch you go through this. You know, whether it be my trauma or my...
Because they won't be there genuinely, and it'll be hard.
And it'll be even worse for someone to just be there, and not being as comforting or supporting as they should be.
It's like someone asked me if my man got in an accident and he was in a wheelchair, he's in a vegetative state, so he couldn't move, couldn't communicate, would I stay? I said blatantly, I'm not doing it. I didn't sign up for that, and I don't ever think I could do that. Being a mum already is one of the hardest jobs in the world. I now have to be a full-time carer to a man that can't wipe his own bum, can't feed himself, can't speak. No.
You might try it.
But what if you were 60 and it happened to your husband?
Maybe when I'm 60, and if I have a husband at 60,
I'm wiping your bum.
That's a different narrative.
Pulling your foreskin. We're doing it together.
Maybe.
That's
but right now, that's not what I've signed up for.
So hold on. So just to wrap this up.
Yeah.
We're gonna start from the end now. So would you stay with them even though?
Yeah, I would try and support, and I would hope that you would support me as well.
Okay, cool. Would you stay?
I'm staying. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. No. I need to ask. Are you staying without cheating?
Yeah.
Are you staying without?
I'm staying without cheating.
Are you staying?
I'm all in.
You guys are Betty.
You know what it is? Because when I said it,
me?
when I said it in my head, I'm like, let me face the camera and say,
you know what?
I
thought.
You know what's there? Like I'm paranoid and that. That's why I was like, raw.
I know you're not. Do you know what would make me stay as well? Like, I know you're not cheating, so why do I need to cheat? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm that confident that you're not going to hurt me, so I'm not going to hurt you, knowing that you've now lost something that you enjoyed.
But some people cheat for their own, not because they think someone else is going to do it. It's just for their own selfish
I don't need to cheat.
Yeah.
I've said it.
I think once you passed,
and I've
someone that can't have sex and they're ill or whatever the case is, I think once you pass the stage of wanting, because remember after you go, you're naturally adaptive. As humans, you get me? So you go maybe 3 months and you ain't linked no one 4 months, you're still with your wife or whatever that's sick, you're naturally probably just dive into that mentality where you're just looking after your wife or whatever the case is. So I reckon sometimes once you just pass that, that initial period, I think you then can crack on and you just in the mode, innit? It's the same like anything else. You go work, you come home, like routine. Sort of like routine, you know what I mean?
Because not all cheating's premeditated.
It's true.
You could be in a situation when then it happens. You know what I'm saying? So.
Listen, I could tell you anyway, that's another story.
If
anyway, I could tell you. I could tell you about unexpected pussy. Where I'm talking about really unexpected. you're going to do your 9 to 5
Yeah.
and have pussy on the job. So I'm think that, but that's another story anyway.
Guy, bro.
He's got a story for everything.
I've
Like,
lived a
are you-
fruitful life, baby.
I'm tired.
I wasn't locked up in no cave.
I see
Get me,
you
I
with
was
at
alright.
least
Alright,
3 more
guys.
pitney, you
Let's
know?
wrap
Me?
this up. Niche.
Unexpected.
I'll probably have no. I've
So what we
expected
doing?
Pitney.
Wait.
Yeah?
Niche.
What we doing right now, Carter?
Right, we're
Niche.
cracking on. We're cracking on. We're gonna close that
What
chapter.
we're gonna do?
Yeah.
You touched on the question already.
I've done a question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna close
I
it.
think
Are you
everyone's
done a
done.
question already?
Everyone's done a
Everyone's
question.
Everyone done a question.
We've all done a
New
question.
question.
Alright, well, guys, it's been nice once again.
It's been
Make
absolutely
sure-
lovely.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, on Instagram,
Instagram,
Snapchat,
Facebook.
or YouTube. Click subscribe, share it with your friends, your family members, all of that. Convo_nation.
saying
What did I
OnlyFans?
miss? OnlyFans apparently that will only have Mr. ATM.
ATM, bro.